Welcome back to The Good Talk, our post-game recap and Q&A show where we discuss the game that we just played and answer all your burning questions, both Warhammer and otherwise. We just came off of an awesome game between the forces of the Chaos Knights and the Death Guard, and what a game it was.
I'm frazzled. Are you frazzled?
I'm stressed. I'm still coming off of the high of that. The adrenaline, the stress.
I rolled so many ones. And, you know what? We said it was a Death Guard victory. We were wrong. It was a tie. It was a tie. You actually got one more no prisoners point.
No prisoner point. Push it over just
Paul,
at the end.
Paul in chat. I don't know if Paul, you're here in our good talk chat.
My boy Paul looking out for the Chaos Knights this game.
Classic tabling tie.
That's right. It was a tabling, wasn't it?
Tale as old as time.
Yeah. As long as there have been stories to tell, there have been tablings.
And ties.
And ties. Sometimes these things
coinciding.
Look, it was a great game. What up, chat? What up, Liam in chat?
That's what if you saw in the preview.
I saw your excitement.
I got excited and I was pointing. It's Liam. Hi, Liam.
What's up? So it was a great game.
It was.
Very interesting. What was your first impression? Well, this is second. You produced a game.
I watched you play Chaos Knights.
And now today you play.
And then I played against Chaos Knights.
Yeah.
And I have to say, both games, their output is impressive. Plus one to wound on already good weapon profiles is amazing.
Yeah.
Transhuman, not a very good ability for toughness 8 models.
Go figure.
Well, I think like even just plus one to save or something. Like if they could get a 2-up, like take D3 mortals and get a 2-up.
That'd be good.
Pretty good.
That'd be really good.
It would be a lot better than Transhuman.
Transhuman is
Rarely comes up when you T8.
It's weird.
Wait, the Armigers are not T8 though,
They're
right?
T7.
The Armigers are T7, but again, like very often in this game, I was able to make it matter, but in most matchups, it won't matter.
You're usually going to be putting Strength 8 into the big guys.
Right. Or Strength 8 or less.
Yeah.
Especially in combat.
Yeah. It's weird. It's very strange.
It's weird.
And I think that's one of the big questions moving forwards with this is like, how good is Infernal? When do you take one ability or the other ability or whatever? I like Comentus because it's you take less mortal wounds potentially.
You have the choice.
When you do, you get more.
Yeah.
Which is nice.
Yeah.
So yeah, I agree. Ton of output. Not that durable, to be honest.
No.
They definitely die in droves. I am loving their Armigers, however. They are awesome, and they, of course, can be obscured, which is a big deal.
Well, and the whole like high output, no defense, all offense, no defense is kind of in my head Chaos Knights. Like that's, I think, fitting for Chaos Knights.
Yeah.
If Imperial Knights play the same way, I haven't seen them played yet.
Yeah.
If they're on that same level of like all offense, no defense, that'll be disappointing. Because to me, that's how they're like diametrically opposed.
Yeah.
Is the Chaos Knights are all offense all the time, and the Imperial Knights are more guarded. They're like reserved. Maybe we'll be offensive, but usually we're just trying to stay alive and kill threats.
I think that's true, and I think there's also certainly now the big paradigm between the two is this idea that the Chaos Knights they're war dogs, so it's like master and servant, or you know, hunt master and then dogs, and then the Armigers, the Imperial Knights are knights and their squires. So it's a one-on-one relationship. It says, okay, I'm the knight, I'm going to give my squire these abilities. Whereas these guys, it's like these auras.
Yeah.
Didn't come up today, but the Despoiler, his thing is he gives Armigers, or war dogs, I should say, heroic intervention. Yeah, it's
That's
interesting.
saucy.
It's weird because the Desecrator, which is sort of like the Chaos Preceptor, is a captain for Armigers, for war dogs.
That's really good.
It's very
that
good.
Plus the dog hat.
The dog hat.
Dog hat plus Preceptor.
It's good. Here's the one thing I'm not sure about it, is he comes with a fixed loadout, which is some melee weapon and the laser destructor.
Which was historically terrible.
It's 2 shots, a ton of damage, which can be good.
Yeah.
But in the world of like 3 damage battle cannons, I'd rather have...
Well, in a world of luck dice and invulns everywhere.
Yeah, frankly.
And like,
yeah. So I'm not sure. So I haven't shoehorned him into a list yet. But he's cool. Abominant's cool. They're awesome. Do you have an MVP for the Death Guard? Oh, by the way, Armor of Contempt. Pretty decent.
yes, but then I proceeded to roll largely ones, which always fail for saves.
That was really bad.
No, it was, I mean, you could see on paper how difficult, I mean, the number of 2-ups I got to roll.
Like if you didn't roll ones.
If I didn't roll ones,
the
like,
moment you stopped rolling
I had
ones,
2-ups against almost every gun in your army.
it was insane.
And even the highest AP weapons in the game were taking me just to my 4-up inmol.
Yeah.
Didn't even need my 4-up inmol.
Yes.
They were magnificently durable.
They were so
and
tough to kill.
They smack.
You know, in this case, I have to say, watching the game even with his rolls, sort of feel like Chaos Knights, I get this matchup, you almost want the John school of getting through. You just wanted him to just roll.
Volume?
More. Yeah.
No. No, I don't think so.
I'm sorry.
He's saying volume over high AP. The problem is I was neither. I was right in
he
the
had
middle.
middle
Right
AP,
in the middle.
which
Right.
was the
I guess
problem,
that's true. You're kind of.
It was AP2, which is good, but it's the worst place to be.
You're making him roll 4s.
No, he's making him roll 2s.
Make me roll 2s, because that is 0 ups.
Well,
He had 0 ups.
and
4 ups with his high AP.
And those are the only things that, I don't know. I think I need Mortal Wounds. This game is what I needed.
Yes, you need Mortal Wounds
The Great Equalizer,
or like 50 attacks. Like I think
which is what he's saying.
like Harlequins can put out both the mortals and the number of attacks to actually move them.
But against you, they're also then wounding on 5s. So they suffer from this other part,
It's true.
where you're also high toughness.
It's true.
And that's something that...
I can even get to tough 6.
which mattered today.
That goofy
And that's something that you have it over even Deathwing, for example.
Right.
Always winning on 4s. Harlequins have to go into them because you're winning on 4s, whatever. You can turn off the invulns. That's all good.
Yeah.
But you have that high toughness is amazing.
Yeah, and -1 damage, it makes a big difference in most matchups.
Yeah.
Deathwing only get it on 1 unit. So I think
I was impressed.
we were like at the beginning of the game saying Death Shroud Terminators versus Deathwing Terminators 1 and 2 spot, but we don't know which. I think Death Shroud might be number 1 now.
They just do it all.
They're so good.
They do it all.
So good.
I'm a big fan. Anyways.
Well, MVP?
Oh, right. And mine
Was definitely Death Shroud.
Definitely. Right.
Definitely Death Shroud.
Definitely Death
What's
Shroud.
yours?
I don't know. Oh, probably the Despoiler.
Yeah?
Yeah, he just kept on going,
did
kept
a
on
lot.
trucking,
Hung in
doing the
there.
damage.
He was good.
He stayed alive long enough to pop his 4 damage
Super
battle cannon.
That was cool.
And I really liked the machine abhorrent or whatever it is. The 2 up to ignore
The mortals. Yeah,
and then also,
that's good.
frankly, count as double for your wounds was important
Also good.
because you could keep on going.
Yeah.
So probably him, funny enough. Armigers were amazing. Armigers did the bulk of the work, but he was like the showboaty, like diva.
They're like a unit. They're like a ensemble cast.
Yeah,
Well, I mean, they're
exactly.
like the rest of the army. So,
yeah.
of course, they're going to take a fair amount of credit. But no, I think he's shown.
Yeah.
Do you think, so the 3 damage battle cannon, do you think when Guard comes out, they'll go to 3 damage? Because we've seen them, they keep releasing these relics. It's like, the relic is 3 damage. And they've done it so many times now where it's like,
I
Is it
think
just
so.
gonna be
Like
3
most
damage?
of the psychic, I know this is going back a while.
Sure, yeah.
But many of the Tau Psychic Awakening profiles
Yeah.
turned into normal stuff in
ones.
the new book.
I could see it happening. I could also see it not happening, frankly. Certainly,
you would go to flat 2? Like a Power Fist?
it could be flat 2.
Shooting Power Fist?
Or you know what I could see is the Tempest battle cannon, the little baby one. That's 2, and then the big ones are 3 on like Lehman Russ's. They could do that and be like, this is a Lehman Russ battle cannon. This is like a
Right.
little baby battle
Yeah,
cannon.
yeah.
I'm curious to see.
I'm
Well, it was a
waiting
great
with
game.
bated breath.
We are indeed. Speaking of waiting on bated breath, we have some super chats. If you guys have any questions, do send them in. We'll be happy to discuss at length.
Before we get into that, I do have a quick correction because they were asking about. Oh, it's gone. They were asking about. Somebody asked Sigmar Secret Lair, and they sent me the image of the announcement. There is a Sigmar Secret Lair. There's also a Blood Bowl
Really?
Secret Lair.
What?
But, however, big heads up, Secret Lair tends not to print new cards. Secret Lairs usually reprints of old cards. There have been new cards printed in Secret Lairs. I don't know if this is going to be that. It's probably going to be reprints of old cards with new art, like they did an Arcane Secret Lair for League of Legends.
Yep.
That had League art. It was very cool, but it was all reprints.
Yeah,
But yeah, I'm excited to see like what they come out with,
that's fun.
because like just put Warhammer stuff on Magic cards, and I'm excited. Like
I know. It's
even
two
Blood
things.
Bowl, right? Like they'll just have like some
totally.
So, like it's just gonna be cool pictures of tackles, like getting smushed. It's gonna be awesome.
I'm super into it. I'm excited for it. All right.
You got it, Zach?
Yeah, Liberty Fire says Zach
Zach.
and the 2 non-hobby titans.
Oh, thanks, Liberty
Then he-
Fires.
Then he stuck his tongue out at you.
So Liberty Fires, I have now put together after perhaps too long.
Oh.
Just shouts people's names.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh, you're figuring it out. I see.
Yeah, it
I
took
see,
me a
I
bit
see.
to get. Meg wants us to open the mail she sent us many weeks ago.
Yeah,
Do we still have that?
It's in the little like cubby roll thing. That's
You want me to go get it?
Sure, if you want.
Now, that location description really didn't.
You know we reorganized the studio and we have that little roller thing. That's
Okay, yeah.
you know,
I know what you're talking
not
about.
not one of the big carts.
It's a cart.
But the little
It's
cart.
a little cart.
Oh,
It's
it's a
right
cart.
here.
Yeah.
Okay, and thank you, Hamsterdam. Hey, Titans, long time no chat. Going to be at BAO playing AOS. Going to be in Sunnyvale for
me.
work for a week. Before BAO, any restaurant recommendations?
No.
And yeah, Bridger and I will see you there.
Yeah, well, I'm playing Sigmar, and I haven't decided my list yet.
Yeah.
Zach tried to talk me out of six Magmadroths, which in a way just talked me into 6 Magmadroths.
Yeah, you definitely.
It kind of just like doubled me down on
Yeah,
it.
the problem is we were talking, I was like, I didn't realize how your book is set up. And I was like, do split. And it's like, it's not good, actually.
It's not really.
Split. Yeah.
That's a lot of the recent ones, right? They're just like, this faction is good at this unit.
Well, but
weird.
other ones have like Stormcast
Mm-hmm.
have like hammers, where it's just like,
Well,
Yeah, but that's actually that's uncommon. Like the Edeneth book, it's like, hey, you're sharks, you get the special
there's
shark.
no
This eel, you get special eel. This actually, the eel and the eels, it is 2 units. One of them's literally just for the Leviathan.
Okay.
So that's a lot.
None of the chapters are just like a kind of subtle benefit over the whole army.
No,
Liam wants to know what's in this.
I think the orcs were like that. The Stormcast were like that.
Okay.
Is this the right thing?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, we'll find out. Hopefully, it's not embarrassing.
It's embarrassing.
For who though?
Whoever is gonna wear it,
Oh, okay.
I think it should be you. I
Yeah?
guess.
Okay.
Well, look, the thing is, I actually don't exactly. I know what it is, but I don't know exactly what it is.
Although Liam says he has to wait up till it's open, so if you don't open it, he has to stay for the rest of the show.
Meg has sent a few of these. They're
Oh.
to help us.
Oh,
in
okay.
Costume.
So we have Yoda ears.
Yoda
It's
ear.
Yoda ears.
Oh, is that? I feel like that's orc. Is that? Oh, it literally is Yoda ears. No, you were right. I was imagining like a generic set of ears.
What?
Like-
I think
like,
my head is far too large for that.
Thanks,
No,
Meg.
it'll hurt.
Yoda
but-
ears woman's headband.
Oh, well, oh, I think these are supposed to be turtle for Mel.
Okay.
Turtle for
It's-
Mel.
Yeah, it's supposed to be a turtle-like thing for her to wear.
Well, she would kill
Turtles
me.
don't have floppy ears.
They don't.
Turtles' ears, I think, are just holes
have
on the
that-
sides of their head.
Do I have that
Let us
right,
know, Meg.
Meg? Because I hate to say this, as little as he previously has displayed knowledge of animals in the past, Bridger is right about this. Turtles don't have ears; they have ear holes.
Yeah. Well,
also,
I'll be. be
no
a
teeth
turtle.
on turtles.
No teeth on turtles. Yeah, but they still have. Aw,
They have
so
beaks
cute.
though. They have like.
They have a beak.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of people
Yeah,
don't know.
birds
that.
also don't have teeth.
Birds have.
They have
like
rocks.
a turtle.
They have rocks in their stomach. They eat
Some-
rocks.
It's
Some.
no, it's in their gullet, isn't it? It's a gullet.
Once they
you know
eat it,
what?
I don't know where it goes.
I think we're
They eat rocks though.
not all of them. Though. I think we're getting into dangerous territory here.
Meg says.
Liam wants me to wear them. Look, dude,
"Get
I'm wearing
the
them.
Other ears for a photo. Oh my god.
We do have
Meg,
a
we know
lot
you
of
like in
ears.
real life.
I know.
What is?
Oh, look, they're actually pretty striking.
wrong with her?
We created a monster.
They create quite the profile.
Well, what Amsterdam has asked for is Sunnyvale restaurant recommendations.
I don't have any.
Sunnyvale specifically?
Yeah.
Because that is not where BAO is.
No, but that's where they're staying
he's
for work.
working, He's doing some work. Here's
Cool.
the first thing I'll tell you, Amsterdam. I know in chat sometimes you see our friend Bryce who lives in the area. I don't think you would care, but I don't want to dox Bryce by saying what his job is. But what I will say is you should reach out to Bryce because Bryce will tell you all the restaurants in Sunnyvale not to eat at.
That was such a weird way.
But don't ask about his job.
Don't ask about Bryce's job.
So weird,
But just
Zach.
ask Bryce what restaurants absolutely not to eat at, in Sunnyvale specifically, and Bryce will tell you all of them.
I've eaten at a few places in Sunnyvale. I live like on the border of Santa Clara and Sunnyvale,
Okay.
and I've never been impressed. I don't know about you guys.
So
Specifically Sunnyvale.
the soup dumpling place is world renowned.
Never been there.
The one in the mall there's one in LA and then there's one here.
Oh,
It's called. Well, if you look at the Great Mall, it's the Great Mall. That's the one.
Yeah.
Okay.
In Santa Clara, there's a soup dumpling place. It's really nice. You got to get a reservation.
Specifically,
good. It's really
That's
good.
Santa Clara. That's not Sunnyvale.
Yeah,
True.
I know. That's what I'm thinking too.
You know, if you want to drive literally 5 more minutes.
Yeah.
Listen, I think Adrian and I will both recommend in downtown San Jose, Banh Mi Oven.
Banh Mi oven.
That's like
love
what
it.
Adrian.
Well, hold on. Warn them. Maybe they've never had banh mi. Have you ever wanted carrots in a sandwich?
No, but you didn't know that you wanted them until you've had them.
Yeah.
No, you
That's
didn't ever
amazing.
want carrots in a sandwich. Just a heads up.
If you're willing to drive, San Pedro Market in San Jose downtown is amazing.
yeah.
Yeah.
The only one specifically, if you want restaurant in Sunnyvale, is there's a dim sum
Starbucks.
place called New Harbor or Newport,
Okay.
and it's like pretty much in Cupertino. So
Yeah.
even that is like,
Yeah.
yeah, you're gonna have to probably go out of Sunnyvale a little bit.
well, there's like a nice little downtown. There's like a little strip in Sunnyvale. None of the food's amazing, and it's all pretty overpriced. But welcome to the Bay. I mean, that's.
Oh, yeah.
That's not accurate at all. We have some of the best food in the country.
But you got to
here.
find it.
Yeah, and there
amongst-
probably is some in Sunnyvale, but I don't know it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
And Amsterdam very
Doesn't have to be Sunnyvale.
doesn't have to be Sunnyvale. Yeah, then.
Oh, there's a lot of options
Message
then.
message
There's a lot of
me
options.
message me in Discord.
You're also close to San Francisco.
Yeah.
See, Liam knows what's up. Why would you put carrots in a sandwich? They're not meat.
Banh
Not-
mi is
That ain't meat.
banh mi
point.
is so good.
Karen shaped meat.
You know what else
Banh
we
mi
do
is
in the
great.
Bay?
You don't like banh mi?
It's okay. It's like
He eats Subway.
I do prefer Subway to banh mi.
Well, you like
Which is
you prefer Jersey Mike's.
not
to
good. I prefer
Subway,
Jersey
which
Mike's
is-
to almost
which is
everything.
good.
Jersey Mike's is amazing. It takes me back to my childhood. We also in the Bay put carrots in burritos sometimes, and that boggles my mind.
What kind of burrito?
I mean, have you?
I've never seen this.
What's the?
The ears.
I
are
will
amazing.
never go there because they put carrots in all their burritos, and it's disgusting. But it's chain.
Oh, is it the stupid place he likes to go to?
What? Why am I being attacked?
Key?
Oh
No, it's not a
Then
key.
you would put
It's not a
carrots
key.
in a
No,
burrito.
it's
Keys.
not a
Go
key.
to a Keys.
Don't go
No,
to.
it's
It's
not a
first of all,
key.
it's a key. Second of all,
key.
don't go.
Go.
Because they'll be like, hey, how about we don't put rice in the burrito? We put quinoa.
Yeah.
And just like,
It's a very trendy place. Zach likes to go there for the margaritas. I think
it's
is
a
all
key.
you go-
That's what we're talking about.
I know.
No, there's a
Oh,
different
okay.
place. There's another chain that puts carrots in their burritos.
Oh,
It's
man.
disgusting.
Well, whatever that place is, don't go there. But don't ask Bryce about his job. Anyways, moving on.
No, definitely ask Bryce about his job. He'll tell you how to not, get sick. Okay. Thank you. That's Amsterdam. Oh, and Amsterdam, send me a message. I want to see what you're playing in AOS and meet up with you for sure. Thank you, Magnus, as always. Don't know if this matters, but with Spiteful Demise, it doesn't require a roll anymore. It auto explodes once per game. Is there play into increasing range part of the strat if used on a tyrant? So the tyrant increases the range of
No,
it.
the
or
tyrant.
something.
Makes it 3d6, right?
Let's see what this interaction is. So tyrant by default is 2d6 suffer d6 mortal wounds. But if both dice are a 6, each unit within 3d6 suffers d6 mortal wounds. Is the strat written
This is
in a
what
way?
happened to John on Saturday.
Right,
He
yeah,
rolled
yeah.
2 6s.
No.
That's what happened to John.
2 6s.
And that's how he tabled his army.
That's amazing.
Oh, so you roll
They
2
were
dice to
also almost
explode.
dead.
For the big
You
quiz.
roll 2.
Oh, because they've always had.
It used to be.
And it's if you get 1 6,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and he rolled a 10 for range
Right.
on 3d6, and he just wiped out.
That's
Just
average.
Blew up his,
Sorry. Where was it? Spiteful Demise. If it's.
Sunnyvale.
It doesn't have to be Sunnyvale.
Oh,
Doesn't have
weird.
to be
So if it's a tyrant class, you roll 1d6, and on a 4+, its explosion is 3d6. Yeah, there's totally play, but it's very situational, right? You have to. It's a long shot play for that. You know, I think auto explosion, amazing. Ask Bridger, the famous game between him and Brian. The range is like a gamble on a gamble, and
Yeah.
it might be situationally worth it.
You'll see something you're trying to get. Right? You'll be
Yeah.
like, I need to get that little guy.
Right.
And I need to roll an 8.
Well, one thing that's worth mentioning is 3d6. It's not just that it's an average 3 higher. It's it also has much less variance.
Yeah.
When you introduce a third die, it's
Yeah.
much more consistent.
Yeah.
So if you're looking for something that's like 8 inches
8,
away,
right? I like it for like 8.
right,
You're like, I'll probably
right.
get
If you're like
this.
8 or 9 inches away and you really want to get it, then the 3d6 is a big jump in the probability of you getting that thing.
It's a big jump. It is 3 CP to trigger on a 4+.
Yeah.
But if you need it, you need it.
3
3.
Kind of
That's a
interestingly, I will say, as I was producing this game, chat was like obsessed with this.
Yeah.
Because
That sounds like a chat thing.
we
for
did
sure.
it and we did it wrong,
Yep.
but like it didn't.
It worked out fine.
You still rolled and everything happened.
I was in range of pretty much everything I could have been in
It all
range.
worked out.
Yeah.
It was
Because
all
you rolled a
good.
10 on the range.
That's
It was
right.
So far.
It was good.
Woof.
Thank you, Mortifactos Miko. Hey, Titans, I found a new procrastination project from painting my Mortifactors, a board of terrain. Zach and Kat gave me some great advice last week. Would love to know what Adrian and Bridger think about what is important for terrain. I've so far got 2 big ruins, 2 medium ruins, and 2 little ruins.
I mean, that's a great start. I mean, having a forest as an option,
Yeah.
or 2, having 2 woods
Yeah.
as like, or they don't even have to be literal forests, just something that can have dense
Say
terrain,
dense.
Yeah.
is helpful for
Totally.
balancing certain matchups.
Yep. So it could be like factory stuff, could be forest, could be smoky.
We
thing.
like, when we use our Martian board, we like to use like the Sector Mechanicus stuff.
Yeah, for
Kind
that.
of unbased, not on a base. We just put it there. We say if you shoot through, it's
Exactly.
-1.
And then another important thing I would say is crates. I mean, having something that's not necessarily obscuring, but does block line of sight.
Yes.
Something you can go over, have some advantage to fly.
Right.
It really helps balance certain matchups as well.
Because it won't be breachable.
Right?
Right.
It's
that's
not
important.
breachable.
I totally agree. And then just a little addendum for all those ruins. I don't know if you made them already, but you really want some sort of L or hook. If they're just straight lines,
Right.
then the game becomes very awkward about just sort of angle shooting, moving to the side. So you want to have little L's or little hooks in them to kind of negate that.
Or you do the weird GW, true line of sight blocking, followed by...
No, I don't, that doesn't. You still
if
have the same
it- if it's
problem.
just a flat
helps for, like,
ruin.
infantry.
If it's a flat ruin, you really do want some, at
still
least a
need
little
it.
bit on the
Yeah.
corner.
That helps solve other problems, but I think it's separate to
Well,
this.
you can like step into the ruin and not... Yeah.
Maybe if you're a certain size.
Yeah,
That's
exactly,
usually
yeah.
only infantry in a certain
Yeah,
spot,
it's like
right?
infantry, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Thank you, Leo. Hey, Titans.
What's up, Leo?
What crisis team loadout do you like post Armor of Contempt? I presume target locks are essential now. Also, what should I do with 50 firstborn Marines that I got from a mate? Cheers.
50.
Start playing Horus Heresy.
Well, you could make some people upset if they were not the right mark with that.
That would upset me.
I feel like that has to go in Horus Heresy.
Really?
All the gatekeeping of like if you're just getting into Horus Heresy and you own 40K models and you want to
firstborn and stuff.
before you spend $5,000 on a new Horus Heresy army, you just want to play games.
Yeah.
He's exaggerating
Just
a
let
bit, but
them
I
play
don't.
games, you know?
In some ways, I don't disagree with him. And like, for them to come out with this game and say like, this is that's what this is. It has this scale of Marine, but all those firstborns from 40K like still can't fit in here. I think that
I mean-
yes, I get both sides, but I do understand that.
I don't think it's like you shouldn't do it forever.
Yeah.
Like if you want to play Horus Heresy, you play a couple games, you decide you like it, you start to build your collection of Horus Heresy.
That's
which
fine.
is what people do with Sigmar. It's what people
Yeah.
do with
Yeah.
40K. It's what people like. You start with Kill Team, and then you get a 40K army. But to say like I won't even play a game with you because you're painted the wrong color.
No. Just like, when someone's building an army or working on it, like you play with unpainted models, you play with proxies, because you're just trying to learn it. From that perspective, I'm fine. Like, look, what 2 consenting people do in the privacy of their own home is not anything to do with me.
Heresy!
You can play other Marines. That's fine.
Well, yeah, and it's I get what you're saying, and like some people get into heresy for that aspect.
Yeah.
So then to be like, hey, here's this event, and I'm showing up with more.
Yeah.
Look, I've been in the heresy community here in the Bay Area, and there's good people put a lot of work into these armies.
Yeah.
Oh, for sure.
And to show up with like,
But I think that should manifest like that intensity and that love for the game and the historical aspect should manifest positively. You look at somebody else's army and you go, man, that's really cool. Like that's that color from that thing. Like I think you did the decals really well. I love the weathering. It should manifest positively. It shouldn't manifest as like, no, your army's not right. That's wrong. You should fix that.
yeah, no, you're right. You're right. Of course.
That's fair.
Best crisis suit loadout. I am digging. First of all, target locks. I don't agree with that. I don't think you really need target locks.
Let's ignore cover.
It's ignore cover.
I mean, good. It's good.
Well, if you want to give up a shield gen and you save points.
Is it for the whole squad or just for one model?
One model.
You can buy per model.
Oh, that's not great.
Yeah.
How much is it? 5 points or 10?
Target lock?
Yeah.
Is 0.
Target lock's free?
Target lock's free. Shield gen is 5.
I would target lock personally.
Yeah,
That's pretty
crisis are a true nightmare when they've got an invuln though. Like, you've really got to.
Yeah.
It changes.
Or you can just play better.
Ooh,
It just changes
shots
what,
fired.
I mean, in both ways, it changes what has to happen, right? It changes what your equation is.
Yeah.
It turns the unit into more offensive or defensive. But I think in this world of 2-up ignoring the first AP, maybe 1-up ignoring the first AP, AP3 doesn't cut it unless you're ignoring cover.
Well, let's talk about their loadout because that matters, right?
Sure.
So
What do you think?
if you do double plasma and something else, that's not very expensive. Plasma is weirdly cheap right now, and it's AP4. And it's pretty good. So then you don't really need a target lock.
I would go double plasma ion then.
Double plasma ion is interesting. What I've done is plasma. What do I do? Plasma ion
Melta?
Fusion?
burst.
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 Yeah, I think bursts have to go now.
I think bursts are out.
It's tough.
I don't know.
They're one of those guns where like
It's
they got an AP. Oh, now it's gone.
Well-
And it's actually doubly gone.
Yeah, so
they don't have an AP
you're not
daily,
too
sorry.
worried about the AP on them. It's just a lot of shots, and remember, like it's kind of about usage and what else is in your army. So if they can like put their 30 or 36 shots into something that's worth it,
Yeah.
that's not in cover, and then in the stuff in cover that's a little tougher, you're putting plasma or ion. I think it's just I don't know. But I will say this, kind of hard to go wrong.
Yeah.
But I like trying to keep them as inexpensive as possible. So no like double ion, no double fusion,
Yeah.
no
I'm with you
triple
there.
anything.
Yeah.
But at the same
Definitely
time, I'm not sure like flamer or airburst or like, Brett runs the flamer thing. It's cool, but
Yeah.
I think
it's cool until it's not.
I think
You
it's
could
done.
lean
It's like-
into flamers
Yeah.
as like weight of 0 AP. I don't know if it's optimal.
Burst has 6 shots and 18-inch range,
Yeah.
and is not very many more points.
But what are you going to do when Harlequins make you hit on 5s?
Yeah, it's a fair
That's
point.
true.
What you
That's
got,
fair
son?
It's a fair point.
true.
Nothing.
Yeah, I like, well, specifically for Armor Contempt, I like, plasma, cyclic, and then either a second plasma or a fusion, if you can spare the points, and then target lock. I think, especially with Eldar around, Eldar on the rise, you know what loves to go into Crisis? Shuriken cannons. They only have AP1, so your shield gens don't matter. So I think as long as that Predator is out there, then that's my take personally, but I'm not a top player.
You do save points on the target lock, that's for sure.
Yeah.
You're going to save 25 points.
Yeah, I think you still take shield drones for sure.
Yeah.
It's tough though, because the other side of like you're taking weapons to deal with Armor of Contempt, but so is everybody else. And so you're looking at facing a lot of AP0 weapons, which your Iridium suit should be able to handle and cover. But then you're also looking at a lot of AP4 weapons, because that's what other people need to deal with Armor Contempt.
And then you'll want those shield gens.
But then also you're looking at mortal wounds, which shield den doesn't matter. So like, again, what I said during the game, we're to the point where there's an argument to not take anything. Just take whatever you want. Like you like flamers,
Yeah,
go for it.
I
Take
think
your
I think you kind of like awesomely with Tau. The book they knocked it out of the park with like internal balance to a large degree. It's hard to go wrong. It's truly hard to go wrong. Especially with Crisis, they're just so good.
triple fusion. It's wrong.
You'll pick not against Knights. Thank you, Rudy, again. Sending this for Bridger. Zach knows I've been working on terrain for my friendly local gaming store, and the Hobby Tines channel has been an indispensable part of my hobby enjoyment. I know that you were behind the scenes on that, so because of you, my store has more terrain. Thank you.
Who, me?
Yeah, you
What did I do?
helped set up Hobby Tines and stuff.
I did, yeah.
Yeah.
But what? But you do it every week. So why?
Well,
are
but
they
he
thanking
also
me?
wants to thank you.
Oh, well, Adrian also.
Yeah, well,
I'm the least responsible.
Not me.
I can't take credit. With the other two people in this room, I cannot take credit for
you're
Hobby
good.
Titans.
Rudy has started a project fairly recently. Honestly, I think it was like literally the week after you. You haven't been on for about a month or so, close to that.
Yeah.
I think like literally after
I'm a
that,
stranger to the channel.
Rudy started working on this project.
That's awesome. I like it.
And thank you, Magnus. My bad. He says he meant to say that Knights have a lot of Knights. This is from earlier. Do have a lot of transhuman access, which is relevant in the mirror than against other armies.
Oh, I guess in the mirror.
He said relevant or irrelevant?
Is relevant.
Relevant.
The thing that worries me about not the mirror match, but the match with Chaos Knights versus Imperial Knights is Imperial Knights have this thing where they do mortal wounds. And that just like trumps everything like we've been talking about.
Seems like they have a little more invuln on the big ones too, or no?
I don't know that book super well, but probably.
I mean, Sanctic Ion was historically Imperial Knights had better access or more frequent access to 4-up invulns than Chaos Knights.
Yeah.
But on the flip side, Chaos Knights has access to ignoring invulns.
Right.
So it was like kind of like a
Interesting.
Yeah. Now it's almost the opposite. Well, like I said, the doing mortal wounds is really scary. There is still the Veil of Measuring Guard, 4+ invuln against shooting, and I think it's now also 6-up against melee, which is cute.
That's good.
But it's Iconoclast bound, which used to be a good thing.
And now it's not. Yeah.
And now I'm not crazy about it.
And Imperial Knights used to be able to get a 5-up invuln in combat on a relic.
Yeah.
Which you could then rotate to a 4. It was huge.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's still true.
I think
yes.
I think
can they
John.
still rotate?
I think John did something like that.
Oh my!
In our game.
That's pretty good.
I'm so mad. Why can they rotate in melee and we can't?
I'm not sure about that, Adrian. Well, if it was in melee or
historically, even when you could get an invuln on Chaos Knights, they couldn't rotate in combat.
That's
it was like on purpose.
That's the thing. Yeah. Anyways. Well, I'm curious to. I'm want to dig into that book as well soon. So I'm sad I'll be missing you Saturday.
And thank you, Commander Autism. Hey guys, I recently went 3-0 at the closing down tournament at my local gaming store.
Congrats.
Using choppy Chaos Marines. I'm super happy with how I did, but also very sad that I don't have a local gaming store anymore. Yeah. Have fun with the new Chaos Knights.
Yeah, I'm sorry to hear that. That's really rough.
Yeah.
Congrats on your showing though, especially with Chaos Space Marines, right? That's awesome. That's something to be proud of for sure.
Choppy Chaos Space Marines.
Choppy Chaos Space Marines. I think that's my favorite kind of Chaos Space Marines.
Yeah?
Choppy?
Yeah.
Me too.
You know, it's like they're happiest when they're in the thick of it.
Yeah. I used to like be a big Obliterator fan.
Yeah.
But now I think one unit of a Blitz and the rest of it should just be Corn Berserkers.
I'm like into annoying Chaos Space Marines, so I think Alpha Legion will be fun.
I'm into annoying.
Annoying.
Period.
Yeah. Okay, Mortifactos. Mikos.
Do you want me to fill time while
No, it's right here. Oh. Thank you, Mortifactos, as always. The big, medium runes are L-shaped. The small are boxes. I have some crates. Was going to make something resembling forests and maybe mountains. How big?
Mountains?
Ooh.
I would say mountains. Things like mountains, mesas, stuff like that. Like the hoodoos I made are okay. But like if you want to make like a big mountain with a big base, you have to sort of maybe anticipate that for competitive play, it's not often great, right? Like it's like a show thing for a narrative game.
Yeah, the only thing it would look cartoony, and they kind of usually do, is what John and I refer to as the loafs, right?
Yeah.
So Frontline has these loafs, these big foam kind of things. They're decently high. You can't go through them usually. They're obscuring, so you could do like almost like if you made them like shards in a way.
Yeah, we have those on the purple board.
The purple board. Yeah, I feel like you make them work. Better than most.
The true like banana bread shape.
Yeah,
I'm not in love with. So you do have to do like you're saying.
Yeah,
like
make it interesting. Yeah. I think that then it can work. I think our Mars board tends more towards looks than playability, but it's in as far as the spectrum goes, it's in a place that's I think totally functional.
That board was made in 7th ed.
And it works pretty well, honestly. So you can look at that as well.
Yeah, mountains have this weird issue where like they take up this big footprint, make a lot of negative space, and then like you think you're hiding, and your opponent moves like 2 inches, and it's like, cool, I have line of sight to that unit. And you're like, what?
Yeah.
So that's the problem with like mountains and hills in general. They don't help.
It's also honestly on the smaller board with 6 objectives. Often they're just in the way. Like it's hard to position it so that it is not going to favor one side more than the other, and you still fit all the objectives. And they're not just like sequestered deep inside the mountain. Like it's hard to fit them on the board.
And because of those two things, you end up like not being able to put like other terrain. Right. Like they'll end up next to 2 objectives, and then you actually kind of have 2 objectives that aren't really covered because
they're just out in the open because they're next to a mountain.
Yeah, we have this all the time when we start setting up the boards with that. It's like we have to really negotiate where those mountains go.
Yeah. In the background, that's where they go.
In the background.
I think we did it, guys.
We did it.
Awesome.
It was fun.
Thank you guys so much for your support. We really appreciate it. It truly is what makes the channel tick. If you want to continue to support the channel, you can become a member and influence what we play on Tuesdays. This Tuesday, we'll kind of do a vote of pretty much all the new stuff. There's been so much lately, so we can kind of sit down, have a chat, and figure out what the members want to see specifically. Maybe picking like top 2 or something. Other stuff that's going on the channel. Saturday, we've got the Return of the Imperial Knights. This is going to be the launch of the Imperial Knights book, the Chaos Knights box set, and the Rift War book.
Yeah.
You guys will have your books in hand. Feel free to bring your questions, your curiosity. Let us know what you think of it. John's going to be playing Imperial Knights. You're going to be playing the
Rift War Ultramarine successors.
I think they are called like the Rift somethings too.
Rifty Men.
That's definitely the Rifty Men. It's going to be awesome. Do tune in and see that. We've got lots of exciting stuff also coming around the corner, which we cannot wait to announce. Next week's going to be an exciting week here at Tabletop Titans. Well, gents, so we sign out?
Yep.
Thank you guys so much for hanging out with us. We'll catch you next time on the Tabletop.
Bye.
Bye, Leah.